Hello and welcome to another game. This was a high MMR game against me and Witcher. We were both, I think, top 10 at the 501 server at the time. And I picked Giant Specialist because it's my favorite hero. So we are against the Supply Specialist with Stormcallers and Fangs. And we have Balls and Fangs. I'm gearing up for a Steel Ball push here and see how the game goes. I really want to be aggressive against Stormcallers with the start like this and with Giant Specialist in this situation. If you saw my last game, this is kind of a similar but takes a different route, but the playstyle is really similar. So I'm hoping to get these balls leveled. And he's expecting something like this, judging by his positioning. This is really good, the steel balls connect and we get level on them, I think. I don't like the steel ball as a unit, it's so snowbally. It really works or it just doesn't. You have to be careful when playing against them. So there's some good options here. Laser sight is good, underground thread is good. He might even go this. It's not that good, but it's pickable, I think. I go the underground thread because I value the tempo in this situation. If I can win these rounds, my balls will level. But the laser sight on these steel balls was also a good pick. And I can use them later on a giant or something. And this is how much I value tempo in this situation. I put the underground threat essentially cost me 100 and I invest 50 on the missile. This is all because I want to push damage in a little bit and I want to get the steel balls going. I defend a little against his underground threat, which he isn't using. He's using defensively here. And the flanks are really important when using a push like this. It pulls everything from here to here so you can get the tower easy. And I'm kind of surprised he's going Mustangs. This is my first time I think playing against Witcher. After this I played him a couple of times. But I know he's a good player. Let's see if we can figure out why he bought Mustangs. So here we find again the enhancement module. I think it's clearly the best choice for us. For him, I also think it's the best choice. He can start leveling these and selling these. They do nothing at this point. So the Mustangs are not that good against crawlers without any upgrades, but they're good against fangs, and they're bad against the balls. So I'm not sure why he's building Mustangs, but I know he has some kind of build in mind. I'm not expecting anything to be dropped here, so as a giant specialist I put an overlord here just to get a free tower. And when I got the enhancement module, before I was just pushing, but now I'm thinking about late game, about how we can go there. So he takes the high explosive ammo, which destroys crawlers immediately. So I think this was his strategy on defending the steel balconies. He's going Mustangs to get rid of everything, and then he has Stormcallers and maybe later some kind of single target damage to kill the balls. But at the time of playing I wasn't really sure what he was doing, but now it kind of makes a lot of sense to me. And what I'm thinking right now is that he's committing very heavily into the Mustangs. There's a barrier and a speed specialist and haste module. And yeah, this speed is a bit too high. But now I'm starting to sell these balls to make money. I'm seeing he's going heavy Mustang. And this push is really doomed if I just force it. So I get the natural counter to Mustangs, which is a Vulcan. This Vulcan destroys everything he has, except the Stormcallers. And I got the barrier. And if you're confused what's happening with the enhancement module, I suggest you watch my last game, where the whole game is about the enhancement module. But basically I'm upgrading stuff with it for free and then selling it for profit. So this was kind of a deciding card. There was barrier and speed specialist. If I want to continue this push, I take the speed specialist, reinforce the flanks, just go all in. But I think that kind of gameplay doesn't give me enough control over the game. I don't like it. This way I can react. I don't have to force anything. there's more room for me to outplay him. So he's going Phoenix with charge shot. And I think this was his plan all along. I think this wasn't a response to the Overlord. This was just what he was doing. With the high explosive ammo to clear everything and then use the Phoenixes to clear the steel balls. I think this is what he was going for at the beginning. And I kind of suspected something like this, so I got one marksman for this round, but it wasn't enough. Intensive training, senior attack specialist, both really good. I take the intensive training because I have the module. I level these 2 times with this, and I'm planning to sell them later. Right now I counter his whole board with Vulcan and marksman. So this was one of the big mistakes I made this game. Or I don't know if it was a mistake. I really don't know how Witcher thinks. And I was trying to counter him. It's not usually a good idea when you don't know how someone plays. But I expected that when he saw the Vulcan, he would block it with something. Like a fortress here, or a melting point, or a level 2 rhino or something. So that's why I got the melting point preemptively. I was really sure about something big coming here. But he's just trying to counter the Vulcan with the charge shot Phoenix. And I think he's flanking because I'm building giants, so he wants me to be spread out on the map, and giants are expensive to buy. But I have a good economy, and I'm not sure if he understands that I get a lot of money from the enhancement module. Here I go top supply specialist because the last round was so even, but I don't know if it's correct. Usually round 6 is a bit late for top supply specialist. Something like round 4 is crazy good, but this is a bit late. But I had just lost a couple of games not picking top supply specialist, and I was kind of scared that will happen again. So this will be my strategy against this. If he doesn't deviate from his plan, he's just building Phoenix, Stormcallers and Mustangs. So I got the best partner tech that grants me a free marksman for every Vulcan I buy. And the idea behind this is that I have a crazy, lots of money from this, and I have only 3 deployments per round. So what am I gonna build? I can't build marksmans, they are too low impact. But if I build Vulcans, I get a Vulcan and a marksman. So the Vulcan does a lot on the board. It kills all this, and then it tanks a lot of damage. And I'm protecting this side a little bit with fangs because I'm expecting a melting point or something like that, a fortress here, so it doesn't connect to my Vulcan. This is crazy trick from him. He puts a crawler spawn in front of my Vulcan, and look at this guy, it just spins around doing nothing. And I lose the whole round because of this. This was new for me, haven't seen it before. You can certainly use this at your own games. Just drop the crawler spawn in front of a Vulcan. We actually watched this replay on Pickup Penguin's stream with him, and everybody was kind of surprised about this trick. Pickup Penguin also makes YouTube videos and guides for Mechabellum. You should check him out. Also a high MMR player. So here the options are Ion Blast or Orbital. And I choose the Orbital because he has flying units, so the Orbital connects immediately to them. You can't shield it, and it's cheaper. But Ion Blast would also be good. I'm not sure which one is better. And I'm just building Vulcans because it's the best thing I could do. Like, what else can I build here? This counters everything. I get a free marksman and a Vulcan. And I got the range for the marksmen. I'm shielding this because I'm expecting him to build a charge of phoenixes here. And he does. There's another flank. All are pretty bad cards. Shield Device Specialist is good and Smoke Bomb is good. I think the Shield Device Specialist was actually better. And now I don't think he can do anything. He has only a limited amount of money and 3 deployments. How can he counter this? I don't know. And I like to show these kinds of weird games. Like, how often do you see 8 Vulcans in a single game? If you want to see more like standard gameplays, let me know. 9 Vulcans. I really like these kind of strats with the Giant Specialist, where you build one unit type and get like economic advantage from a tech. And there aren't many opportunities where this kind of tactic is actually good, but here, for example, the Vulcans counter everything. And also, I think I made it a little bit more hard on myself than I should. Like, if I get this incendiary bomb earlier, I can just burn all his Mustangs, and then the snipers connect easily with Phoenix. But I don't know if it's needed. Maybe it's a mistake, maybe not. Probably is a mistake. I should get this like maybe round 6. So that's it. Thanks for watching.